This stage was a request by Orlando. It's Underwater by Tahattus. I don't know if it's from anything or it's completely original, but I mean, the assets have to be from somewhere. Man, look at that load time. Um, this file is over 100 megs, so it's one of those things that, like, if you don't have a Mugen Archive membership, I don't even know how you're supposed to get this thing. So this thing was pretty busted. If you jumped, like, the characters would sink into the floor pretty hard, you know, stuff was messed up. And when you zoomed out, like, you could see a bunch of broken effects, like the lighting effect was cut off, and this effect behind the lighting effect, this, like, rippling effect, was also cut off. Speaking of this rippling effect, if I was gonna keep everything how it was, it would have been, like, lost, because it was above the cutoff, like, lighting effect. So I moved this stuff around and brought this down so it wouldn't be lost. I kind of like it, so I didn't want that to be lost. Also, it had a error in the animation. There was like a dead frame that shouldn't have been there. So like it went forward and then jerked back like one frame and then went forward again. And it was noticeable if you were paying attention. So I went in there and got rid of that frame. It actually seems like it's missing some frames because even though it does look better without that frame error, there's like when you watch the animation in the viewer inside like Fighter Factory, you'll see that like there's has like these sort of like transparent overlay transitions where it's like changing into one new animation and it just like fades perfectly. At the very end, it doesn't have that before it restarts, and you know it could look nicer, but you know it doesn't exist, so I can't get it. And another big issue was if you ran all the way to the right or the left, you would have hit an invisible wall where like there's a player bound error that would have caused you to come up short before the stage was actually meant to come up. So I took those out, got rid of that problem. I gave you some more jump room besides moving the effects around at the top so we wouldn't be lost. Like it had barely had any vertical pull before. Not that that would have helped much because it would have broken the stage as soon as you jumped, but I did and gave you some more jump room and made the like vertical follow a little bit better than it used to be. Oh god, the song. This song was driving me crazy trying to identify it. I've said in other videos that you probably shouldn't, you know, put generic file names, and this was certainly a case of that because like the song's file name was just Underwater, and somebody else had actively used that one already, so like it was conflicting with something I already had. But I was able to finally figure out what this song actually is, and so I retitled it to what it actually is, which is Jellyfish Sea from Chrono Cross. So that will be in the file. I don't think there's much else. Oh well, I was a little worried on this stage because it's, besides being like enormous in file size, there's 10 tons of code in there. And I think he was trying to go for some 3D effects, maybe. I think that's what I was looking at. So I was afraid when I was trying to repair all the deltas that I might break something else. But it seems to be fine. I guess till next time, and probably the next Tahattus stage to be requested.